We're back. Had to cut that draft video about Draftgate a little short. Did the math wrong about the education system, which is kind of ironic. It is actually 113 years. I added 2 and I should have subtracted 2 when Pavlov was at the education summit to decide to teach our kids collectively, which is why our kids are being taught probably about 30% of shit that they don't really need to know, and not about stuff they need to know, like how to balance a checkbook or how to use the credit system that these folks have set up, which is, in my opinion, bullshit. But it can be used to get ahead if you know what you're doing with great skill. This credit system, but they don't teach your kids that, because they want you to get deep in debt, keep going to that job, okay? Keep going to that job to pay off your credit, to get a good credit score, which most people are going to have problems getting to start their own business or to buy their own home for a reasonable price at the inflated real estate market, which is artificially inflated, where you get a 30-year mortgage and you can't pay it off by the time you're fucking 70 anyway, so what the fuck's the point? And then even after you do, you got to pay property taxes that you can't afford because you're on Social Security that pays you $3 an hour. But this is the stuff you could think about if you can make money in other ways, such as fantasy sports, online poker. Are there going to be losers in fantasy sports and online poker? Of course there are. Are there losers in investing? Of course there are. Are there skilled people that lose some money? Yes. There's risk in everything, folks. Risk in everything. Another thing happened today where apparently report is that's saying that General Campbell has come out and said that the United States bombing of a hospital in Afghanistan wasn't a war crime, it was just a mistake. Oops. Well, 2 days ago, NATO, Turkey, and the United States was on the bandwagon of wanting to charge Russia with a war crime for simply flying over a little bit of Turkey, supposedly, allegedly, okay, to bomb ISIS, which they're completely decimating these folks in Syria, which I don't, I'm not trying to tear for it, but I do find it ironic when we, or the United States, accidentally bombs some civilians. It's a mistake, not a, but when Russia does it, it's a evil war crime. Okay? And this is stuff you could all think about using your brain if you had time to. If you had time to care. If you had time to raise your kids because you weren't working, if both of you weren't working at combined 24 hours in a 24-hour day, you got your 9 to 9 job, your 8 to 8 job, or whatever. Okay? Trying to pull in friggin' 60 hours a week or so to pay that rent on that apartment that's overvalued artificially. That's what it's all about. It's all about keeping you down. It's not about protecting you. Okay? It's not about protecting you. They're not trying to protect you. They're trying to keep your money down. That's what they're trying to do. Because what happens when a guy with a high school education, maybe he's good at drafting. Why shouldn't he be able to make some money off his skill, off what he knows? So, but that's gambling, you see. It's gambling. See. But what's not gambling is putting a bunch of bombs in a fighter jet, flying them over a place you don't know too much about, and bombing a hospital. That wasn't a gamble. That should not be regulated out of existence. That was just a mistake. And the artificially inflated real estate market, that is no insider trading or any type of conspiracy with these large mortgage companies, brokering companies, with the government to inflate the real estate market so poor people can't buy houses, can't rent their house. That's not insider trading. What we need to worry about is DraftKings and FanDuel. Those are the people we need to worry about. Those people are the evil bastards. Don't look at any of this other stuff. We need to look at FanDuel and DraftKings. They're gambling addicts. They're Al Capone, man. Al Capone of 2015. DraftKings, FanDuel. You need to regulate them out of existence. There's no skill involved in picking players. There's no research. It's all just gambling. It's like craps, man. Blackjack. That's all it is. There's no skill. It's all just put the coin in the fucking machine and pull the lever, spend all your money till you can give it all to these evil bastards. That's what we need to worry about. So seriously, that's sarcasm, obviously. So, how do we correct this? You need to call your congressman, you need to call your senator, and tell them if they're thinking about regulating DraftKings, FanDuel, other fantasy sports that involve skill to win money, and tell them, re-legalize online poker, or you're just a fucking asshole, and I won't vote for you again. And you won't be able to put all those cool little lawn signs up to get your little tosh jobs sitting in fucking D.C., earning crazy amounts of money, getting shit under the table from all these fucking dirty hedge fund managers and fucking all this other bullshit.